It is that special time of year again where every company is trying to send you an email about their latest and greatest sale, Black Friday. And there are plenty of composers out there that wait all year just for this week, where you can get the best deal on the top library of your choice. So in today's video, I just wanted to highlight some of the sales that really stuck out to me so that then maybe you could get some value out of them. My name is Robert Rodriguez, and I want to welcome you to the channel. Over here, we do some sample library reviews, and I give music tips for new composers. And if you do watch this video all the way through, consider giving it a like and subscribing to the channel so you don't miss out on any new content. And so the first sale I wanted to go over was from Spitfire Audio and their Aperture the Stack launch. And so if we head on over to the Spitfire Audio main homepage, you'll see that they finally released their Aperture the Stack sample library. And just by going down a little bit, we'll see it's free during the Black weekend when you spend $349 or more starting November 25th through the 30th. So for me, that's going to be November 25th, Thursday through the 30th. And of course, if you sign up for their newsletter, put in your email and they'll send you more information about it. And I think they did a sale similar to this one last year, where if you spend a certain amount of money, you'll get another sample library, which was also Aperture. So in the original Aperture library, if you hit a key softly, you would get a small portion of the orchestra, maybe a solo instrument, maybe a small ensemble. And then if you hit it harder, it would kind of widen the lens and you would get a larger portion of the orchestra. With the Stack, I think it's something similar where if you hit it softly, you might get one row of kind of distorted, warped amps, and then harder, you get the entire wall. So it is kind of cool. Now, I do have some thoughts on this idea of spending $350 for an extra library, but that's something that I'll be discussing later in the video. And if you are an email subscriber to Spitfire Audio, they'll give you early access to the Black Friday weekend sale. Immediately, you'll see you can save up to 80%. I believe that's going to be on collections, so bear with me. And if we scroll down a little bit, you'll see that the Aperture sale is here. Spend $349, and you'll get it for free. You'll save up to 40% on individual products. We actually see this type of sale throughout the year, so that's nothing really too new. And then you save 80% with collections. That's a pretty good deal, but remember, with collections, you're putting up a hefty price point in order to save 80%. So you kind of have to do the math and see what works for you and what exactly you need. And the sale that caught my eye was this limited edition The Ton sale. This is only $100, and it gives you North 7 vintage keys, BBC Discover, and Oliver Arnold's Evolutions. And as a full disclaimer, I actually did go for the Ton bundle because Oliver Arnold's Evolutions has been on my wish list for who knows how long, but I wasn't fully prepared to spend that much money, whatever the cost was, maybe $200, $300, on another Evolution string library. But the fact that there are 3 libraries bundled together for $100, this was something that I knew I could not pass it up. Now, I already owned BBC Discover, so what's great is that they actually reduced the $100 cost. So really, I was only paying for North 7 vintage keys and Oliver Arnold's Evolutions. If we scroll down a little bit further, you'll see that there's a save over 40% on the Black Weekend collection. This is another kind of bundle sale. Albion Neo is a big one there. The Bernard Herrmann Composer Toolkit. And then I actually don't know what that one is. But all right, so this is the Ton 2021 sale page. Normally, this would go for $597, but it's being brought down to $100. You're saving 80%, only available until November 30th, and you have multiple ways of paying through Affirm or Afterpay, depending on where you are in the world. Let's scroll down. You got North 7 vintage keys, Oliver Arnold's Evolutions, and BBC Symphony Orchestra Discover Edition. So all of this for $100 is a really, really great deal, especially if one of these libraries is what you are looking for. So like I said, the Evolutions library is exactly what I needed because it's been on my wish list for so long. I knew this was something I was going to buy. And this is the Black Weekend Collection. So this is kind of that higher tier bundle. Normally the price would be $1,247, brought down to $699 or $700. If we scroll down, you'll get Albion Neo, which is a fantastic Albion library. You get alternative solo strings and the Bernard Herrmann Composer Toolkit. So not bad for $700. But again, are you willing to spend the $700 to get one of these libraries, two of these libraries, three of these libraries? And so the next sale I wanted to discuss was from Cinesamples. This isn't necessarily a Black Friday deal. Instead, for the entire month of November, you're gonna get 50% off of select individual products and bundles from Cinesamples. I actually did a video on Cinesamples and their 50% off sale back in July, and in it I kind of covered some select products that I already owned, so I'm gonna link that up above so that you can check it out if you wanna see how some of these products are played. So this is their sale homepage, and if you take a look, you'll see some top name libraries of theirs, like the Forbes pipe organ that came out this past August. You'll see Horns of the Deep from Cinebrass, Taylor Davis solo violin, another Tina Guo solo cello, so acoustic cello and solo cello volume 2, Voices of War, Cinepiano, that's a big one that I already have, Monster Low Winds, to kind of accompany your Cinewinds Core and Pro, and then they have Cineharps, which is one of the best harps in my opinion, handbells, kalimba, 12 horn ensemble for Cinebrass. You have Solo Cine Strings, which is another library that I have. Runs for strings, Core and Pro Cinebrass. These are some of the best brass samples that I've come across. So if you are looking for a brass library, I highly recommend starting with Cinebrass Core at least. You can then move on to Cinebrass Pro, but they really work well together. And just so you know, I'm not sponsored in any shape or form to make this video, or they're not paying me to promote these products. I just am a huge fan of the Cinebrass libraries. Cinewinds, so down to 215 and 250. You got Session Drummer and Hollywood Winds. Hollywood Winds or Hollywood Winds, you decide. You got Cinebells, and then you also have some bundles, the Choir Bundle, Cine Symphony Core Bundle, Cine Strings Complete, Cinebrass Complete. So you have a ton of options, all of this for 50% off. So like I said, Cinesamples has done a sale like this, 50% off, back in July. So that could mean that they might do something similar again in 2022, middle of the year, but that's also not a promise. So it is kind of important to weigh your options and weigh your wallet. See what you need and what you don't, and what will you benefit from in the long run. And so the next Black Friday sale I wanted to go over is actually about distribution. So if you are an artist and you're releasing your own music, chances are you've heard of CDBaby, maybe DistroKid, and a few others. But from now until November 30th, you're gonna get 30% off all distribution. Singles, albums, covers, originals, all of it. So if you were just to go to the CDBaby main website, you'll see this automatically. And if you were to click Save Now, it'll prompt you to log in. And if you have a single or release, it'll let you choose how you want to distribute, either standard or pro, and then you can save your 30% off there. But again, this ends November 30th. And a few months ago, I actually did a video that kind of covers a little bit of CDBaby and other distributors. It's called 11 Income Streams for Composers and Musicians. And I discussed the importance of having a music distribution service like CDBaby or DistroKid. So if you want your music on Apple Music, Spotify, Pandora, YouTube, then this might be an option for you to consider. And the fourth sale that I wanted to discuss was from Staffpad. Now, you might not be too familiar with Staffpad, but if you have an iPad or some sort of Microsoft tablet, then Staffpad might be a go-to app for you to consider. So in case you didn't know, Staffpad is an award-winning music notation app designed for pen and touch and built for composers. So this isn't necessarily like maybe Sibelius or Finale or Dorico on your laptop, and you know, it's on the go and you're inputting music notes and it's a music notation software. This is literally as if you're using a pen and paper. So I'm just looking at this example right here. All you have to do is just write and it knows or interprets your handwriting to music. So that is the key difference between most other apps out there. I'm actually considering doing a video on Staffpad, just kind of a basics overview, so be on the lookout for that video. So I actually couldn't find the sale on the website itself, but if you were to go just to the App Store for your iPad or tablet, then you'll see that the price reduced from $80 to $39.99 or $40. And if you follow Staffpad on social media like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, you'll see that they actually made a post kind of describing it a little bit more in detail. Get 50% off Staffpad and 30% off in-app purchase sounds. And all of this is happening from November 22nd through December 3rd. One of the cool things about Staffpad is that they have worked with Orchestral Tools, Cinesamples, and Spitfire Audio to create specific libraries for this app itself. So you might get Spitfire chamber strings, symphonic woodwinds, symphonic percussion, choirs, symphonic strings, cinestrings, and a whole bunch more, right? And it might be a simplified version from the actual library from Spitfire or Cinesamples or Orchestral Tools, but let's say each library is $100, you're gonna save 30%, so it drops down to $70 or $69.99. So if you have an iPad or a Microsoft tablet, then Staffpad might be something to consider for your Black Friday purchase. Now, for the final Black Friday sale that I thought was a highlight for musicians and composers, actually doesn't necessarily have anything to do with being a musician or a composer. Of course, you can buy gear and equipment and save a lot of money doing so by shopping all these Black Friday sales, but I'm a firm believer in investing in your own education. So for example, this is Udemy.com, and you could think of this as a marketplace for online courses. And right now they're doing a Black Friday sale. Courses start at $10 or $9.99. As of right now, we only have 3 days left when I'm recording this, but it goes through November 26th. So for me, that'll be Friday, November 26th. But what's great about Udemy is that you can just search whatever topic you're looking for, and for the most part, you'll probably find a course that teaches you the basics of whatever it is you're looking for. So maybe music theory, maybe photography, maybe learn Python programming. All of these things that you might not want to take a full-on college course for is available to you on a site like Udemy or maybe Skillshare. And I did want to point out that I actually have a music theory fundamentals course on Udemy that covers the absolute basics to get you started with music theory. I launched this last year. It's usually $34.99, but right now it is on sale for $9.99. Just look up Music Theory Fundamentals on udemy.com and you'll be able to take this course. We go over everything from the musical alphabet, the treble clef, the grand staff, the difference between white keys and black keys, accidentals. You see note durations, ties, meter and time signatures, simple, duple, and quadruple meter. You get a whole bunch for $9.99 for the next 3 days. But of course, I'm not the only course creator out there. There are a ton of music courses that you can look into. But if you're interested, then I will definitely leave a link in the description down below. So those are just 5 different sales that I thought were worth highlighting and sharing with you. Of course, you could go for different gear. We didn't even discuss maybe something like Sweetwater or Amazon or Guitar Center, Sam Ash, or whatever local music store that you have. I'm sure that there are a bunch of sales over there as well if you're looking for speakers, if you're looking for a studio desk, maybe an audio interface or a keyboard. Not only did we take a look at different samples, but we also took a look at distribution. If you are looking to release your own music, then of course you should be looking into something like CDBaby, and right now they're doing that 30% off sale. If you've been looking to write music on the go, but maybe you don't want to do it on your laptop, you can't bring your computer, then Staffpad might be a really great option for you. You literally treat your iPad or your Microsoft tablet as pencil and paper. You just start writing and it plays back for you. And then of course I brought up investing in your own education. So something like Udemy and Skillshare will offer low-cost courses where you can just sharpen your own skills or learn something new. It's going to be important to note that all of these sales are probably going to end on Black Friday or Cyber Monday. So these companies do want you to move quickly, but I also don't want you overspending because you feel the pressure like you have to spend before it's too late. That is definitely a marketing tactic that works, and it can be helpful because us as humans, we're procrastinators, so we can have something in our cart but then leave it to the last minute or never get to it. So companies kind of want to push you to make that purchase. But instead of overspending on stuff that you don't need, it's important to go into Black Friday and the weekend kind of doing your own research and knowing what it is that you are looking for. And that kind of brings me back to Spitfire Audio's Aperture the Stack. With that deal, if you spend $350, you get the stack for free. But that doesn't mean that you should look for a bunch of random sample libraries from them just to reach $350 so that you can get that library. But then again, Aperture and Aperture the Stack are not necessarily libraries that are always available. So you're gonna have to weigh the pros and the cons and see what you're missing. Maybe you have something in your wish list that you were already gonna buy, and the stack might just be that added bonus. So remember that everything is a case-by-case basis, and if you are gonna take part in this year's Black Friday sales, I really hope you find some awesome deals and something that is actually worth value to you. All right, so that's gonna be it from me. If you enjoyed this video, definitely give it a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And if you are brand new to composing, I have a free PDF download. This free guide helps break down different genres of music into 4 categories: melody, harmony, rhythm, and orchestration. It's perfect for anyone looking for a quick breakdown of each genre, so maybe horror, fantasy, action music, and so on. I left a link for that in the description down below. I hope you all enjoy your Black Friday weekend, and as always, happy composing.